Please. Check. 1, 2, 3. Check. 1, 2. We need it clear. Oh, man, you are so good. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I'll do that again for you next
Yes, please.
And welcome back, fans and friends of the NCSA. This is Friday evening. We have 5:30 p.m. finals coming to you from Orlando, Florida. The big house here, the Harris Rosen Championship course. But right now, we have some relay awards from last night. The 800-yard freestyle relay for the girls. You see them walking out. And then the 200-yard freestyle relays for the boys are going to be given out. Then we're going to announce the new swimmers from London. I'll talk more about that later. And for the time being, we'll listen to Mike from our PA system, and I'll be right back. All right, we finished up with those relay awards. What you see out there now, there's our head coach for the boys team heading over to London in May for the Adam PD Invitational. This is so cool. We have an all-star team. We have some new members who were confirmed last night at the end of finals. A couple of young ladies coming out to get their bags. That's Elizabeth Bryan from Machine Aquatics and Emma Signa from Nation's Capital. And Coach Jeremy gave those ladies their bags. Pretty exciting. I think actually Jeremy might be the head coach for the women's team. Not sure. Matt Weber is our other board member head coach, who's, you see the men who just most recently qualified coming out. And that would include Mika Davis from the 200 fly last night, Aqua Jets. Maximus Getch, FMC, he made it in the 200 freestyle. Henry Guao from Hinsdale in the 200 butterfly. And London Rising, that's an appropriate member to add to your London trip, isn't it? He is from Greater Toledo in the 200 freestyle. He was selected. And he snuck into that 200 freestyle by a couple hundredths. He was 8th place in the morning, swam great at night. So congratulations to London and all these boys right here getting their picture taken. You can see them. All right, fellas. Yep, all the paparazzi and their coaches. That's good. Good stuff. Now it's time for our national anthem. And this evening we have a special treat. If you look to the left of your screen, there's Sarah Bowman, one of our esteemed officials. And she is going to sing our national anthem for us, as I understand. Mike's getting ready. And we'll have a live version for you tonight. All right. Thank you, Sarah. That's Sarah Bowman. Did a great job. She doesn't just officiate. She's got a great voice, and thank you for putting it out there. That was awesome. Awesome stuff. And that means we're ready for the 500-yard freestyle races. Tonight, we're going to kick it off. 5 heats of the ladies, 5 heats of the men. My name's Sid Cassidy. I'm back again. We are in Orlando at the NCSA Spring Championship meet. Our first heat of 500 swimmers. This is our E-final. Includes all the girls age 16 and under who didn't make that top 32. And Mia Eubank, you see, eventually getting in the water there. She's out of Nova in lane 1. Her teammate, Catherine Shaps, in lane 2. Chattahoochee Gold has Caitlin Borland in 3. Charlotte Duzier, Blazing Barracudas, is the top seed of this group at 5:00.98. Lane 5 is Ariana Aldiger, Occoquan Swimming. Ole Swimming has Caitlin Dunfield in lane 6. Lane 7 is Macy Malinsky, Aqua Jets. And lane number 8, Chloe Gustin, the Blazing Barracudas. 5:00.98 for Charlotte. We said 5:04.26 was lane 8 for Chloe to get into the field. And your leader, even though she was a little slow off the blocks, Mia Eubank out fast at the first 100. Her second 50 there at 29.0. And let's get 55.88 was her first 100. Most of the other girls, everybody in that same range. Now you see in the silver cap in the center of the pool in lane 4, pulling up close with Mia, that's Charlotte. Charlotte Duijer, D-U-I-J, Deutscher, Blazing Barracudas. All right. The 500-yard freestyle event, 20 lengths of the pool. Meet record in this event was set 2 years ago. Long Island Aquatic Club's Kevin Gormson went a 4:36.34 on St. Patrick's Day of 2023. You see the center now, it switched a little where Charlotte went 29.8 on her fourth 50, 155.59. To Mia's 155.75, and Mia dropped off to a 30.2. Charlotte falling into a good rhythm. You see that. She's another 30.26. Mia 30.6. All of your athletes are pretty much 30-point at this time. There's one or two 31s, but a lot of them will start to move as the race goes on. Some of them are taught and coached intentionally to what we call either negative split or back half or descend, or somehow where they get the feeling they're getting stronger. So it's a wonderful distance feeling, and Charlotte's proving it in the center of the pool, just dropping below 30 seconds. At the halfway mark, at the 300-yard mark, she went at 29.99, which means probably from the 250 to the 300, she intentionally went faster, as the Blazing Barracudas may have been coaching her to do. She's a 30.6 there, so falling back just a little bit, whereas Mia went 30.3, still in second position. Caitlin Borland from the Chattahoochee Gold in lane 3 put in a 30.7. Still with the lead, Charlotte Deutscher, BBA. She's a 30.31. Mia still second, but it's a 31.1. Third place now, Catherine Shaps from Nova, and she went 30.11, so she had the fastest 50 split in the pool over that last session. that last half 100. With 50 yards to go, I don't know if anybody's going to catch Charlotte. She's at 30.7. Mia went 30.2. Catherine 30.0 in lane number 2. They've still got to make up a couple seconds of lead. And remember, this morning, none of these girls got under 5 minutes. And we're looking at, the very least, Charlotte's right there. Coming to the wall, 55. Mia's on it, and what a touch. She almost got her. Mia comes home in a 28.52. But Charlotte hangs on. 4:56.96, 4 100s later, 57.00 for Mia. 58.91 for Catherine in lane 2. There's everybody's times. All right, and next up is going to be heat number 2. These will be the girls this morning. You'll see their names right there. Susan, Megan, Sarah, Emma, Emery, Kara, Emily, and Kirsten. These girls this morning finished in the 25th to 32 positions. In some of these events, we have hundreds of swimmers, so finishing 25th, you're like, hey, I'm pretty good. Especially when you think the time standards to get into this meet are challenging. And yet we're very generous with the bonus standards. So if you make one, you get a few extra, or you need to come to help your team with a relay. We're very athlete-driven. We like to say that we're athlete-focused. That's our number one concern. Everything else is secondary. Take care of our athletes. That's what the NCSA is all about. That's what Bob Gillette taught us 25, 30 years ago when we were forming this organization. Megan Bluthman from Ole Swimming as the early lead in lane 2. She's out first at the 50, 26.48. You know, we talked a little bit. You'll hear us talk about Ole, of course, Jeff Cooper being a big part of our board of directors, our treasurer. Look at the outside now. There's Kirsten Armstrong making a move. She throws down 28.86 for her second 50. She just moves slightly ahead of Megan. So two of our strongest teams, Nova out in lane 8, Ole in lane 2. And the Oakland Live Wires, interestingly enough, they had great success last night out in Seattle with their former diver, Dario DeFazio, coaching now, head coach at University of Miami. His girls took first and second on that 1 meter springboard. And his teammates from college are Jeff Cooper, Adam Cooper, Coach Carl from Team Greenville. I mean, there's a good group of guys that have roots in Oakland, and it goes back to the 60s. This is a great team. So being able right here in lane number 2 right now, Megan Bluthman still holding down the second. Kirsten Armstrong at the top of your screen in that red cap. And she is, they're 30.1, 30.2 right now. They're holding in. Starting to get a few new challengers. Lane number 4 is Emma Overall. She threw in a 29.9. Lane 6, Kara McDonald. We know that Long Island always excels in any of the distance, middle distance events to be IM. So Kara's definitely made a move. She went 29.8. She's been under 30 for the last 2 50s. And is asserting herself very nicely over there in lane 6. She'll have the lead now here with 200 yards to swim. 29.7 for Kara, and she's at 256.12. Megan, lane number 2, is still in second, but she was 30.7 on that 50. She's 7/10 behind at that last wall. Looking like a very, very strong swim for Kara McDonald. The girls here aren't giving up. There's still fight in them. Besides Megan, you got Sarah Palinkovic from FMC and the white cap down there, right in the middle of that first threesome. Sarah currently in fourth. Emma Overall in lane 4 is currently in fifth. But the only one who's going under 30 on every 50, 29.81, is Kara McDonald, Long Island. That's why she has the lead. .10 for Kara on that one, but nobody else within 2 or 3 tenths. So she's still making up ground with less than 100 yards to go. Here comes the bell lap. You're going to hear them. There's the bells. Kara turns. She goes a 30.1. She's sitting at 4:26.2 with a 50 to go. So her time this morning of 5:00.73. All of these girls were 5:00.28 to 5:00.98. So this morning only 7 tenths separated all 8 of them. But Kara's certainly made a change to that tonight. Very strong swim. Long Island Aquatic Club's Kara McDonald, 4:55.18. Second does go to Megan, Neoli swimmer. Turns in at 4:57.28. Third to Sarah, 4:57.41. There they are. Look at that. Top 6 girls all get under. Wonderful thing. Kara McDonald takes the win. All right. Next up is the C final. Alexandra Fox, lane 1, Condors. Elise Block, Verona in 2. Jillian Wiersma, H2 Okies in 3. Haley Vlasek, Academy Bullets. Haley Lehman in 5 next to her. Haley and Haley. Olivia Wennert of Nova. Haley Lehman's from Arlington. Suburban Seahawks has Caitlin Colasar. I saw that name in the women's NCAAs last night. Guessing maybe a sister. Could be a cousin. Long Island Aquatic Club has lane 8. 5:00.27, Sadie Davidoff. Fastest was Haley Vleck. Haley was 4:57.90. So about 2.3 seconds separated this field of 8. For our C final, 20 lengths of the pool. Lane number 5, that's Haley Lehman from the Arlington Aquatic Club, AAC, but I'm pretty sure I see an alligator on their logo all the time. She's out with a 26.59. Haley still first, 29.3, 55.96. Yep, it's always interesting when the NCAAs are going on in this week. I know a lot of people watching this live stream will certainly turn right over to the next live stream and hear Rowdy Gaines and his crew tonight from Seattle. Pretty exciting, but this is a place. Haley still first, 29.69. Alexandra Fox in lane 1 for the Condors. Right behind her, virtually the same 50 split. She's 29.72. Elise Block in lane 2. Threw in the 29.5. She's hanging in there at third right now. So looking right next to Haley Lehman. Haley, I'm going to say Vleck. And the C is silent, VLCEX, Vleck. But anyway, Haley doing a very nice job moving up. She's currently in 4th, but she went 29.7 and had the fastest 50 in that last round. So I was saying that the boys love it too, to watch the swimmers who used to be here. And a lot of them setting the records here, and now they're there. And their dreams of these kids going there. You know, I know our guys at Takeitlive do such a great job. It's annually something, but I can remember, it had to be 6 or 8 years ago, a very young Erin Gemmel won the age group 500 free or something, and we interviewed her. We had, this is your first, I've never been interviewed before. Now she was on the Olympic team in Paris. She's in the finals tonight out there in Seattle. Her dad, Bruce Gemmel, coaching right here with Nation's Capital. But right now, Haley Lehman from the Arlington Aquatic Club is still in the lead. Haley Vleck next to her just made up 3/10 on that last 50. And those are the two girls in the center. Over in lane 7, we talked about Suburban Swim Club. Man, what a history they have. But you'll see Caitlin Colasar, and I said, I don't know. I'm going to have to ask Charlie Kennedy, one of my, I don't want to say one of my oldest friends, because we're old, but longtime friends. Charlie and I started racing against each other in 1969, so you do the math. But his girl, Caitlin Colasar, just did a 29.98 in lane number 7, trying to get into this race with Haley and Haley. I should say Haley and Haley and Elise. Elise Block from Verona has quietly been sneaking into this race, currently 3rd. She's 30.2, 30.0, 30.1, 30.0. Getting ready for that big kick. 17, it's about now, girls. 75 to go. You see the legs will come up a little bit. And the tempo picks up a little bit. Haley and Haley in the middle. Elise in lane 2. Caitlin over in 7. They're all so close right now. Haley Vleck from Academy Bullets was 29.5 and trying to get away from the rest of the field as she comes down. Certainly Academy Bullets, what a great team. How much have they been a big, big part of this NCSA? So Haley gets a heat winner with a great time, 4:54.91, just ahead of Haley Lehman, and she's 4:55.94. There it is. Great racing, girls. Everybody's times. Nice drops from this morning. And that'll wrap up our C final. 2 heats left before we move to the boys in this event. Looking at Paige Coal in 1 for Academy. Zaida Meal. Corvallis in 2. Samantha Anderson in 3 from Long Island. Nova has Allison Bischoff in 4. Ivy Solt, Aqua Jets in 5. Alexandra Siegel, Long Island in 6. Team Greenville has Lily Abdella in 7 and Sasha Carafin for Long Island in lane 8. There's the names. Fastest girl this morning who got 9th overall was Allison Bischoff. Swimming for Nova, her time was 4:54.60. Sasha got in out in lane 8. She was 4:57.19. So 2.5 seconds separated the field this morning. Nice strong out, very good in the middle of the field. Ivy Solt from the Aqua Jets. $25.95. And trying to make a little bit of a move. Strong at this point. Lane number 5 is Ivy. 28.22.54.17. The Aqua Jets, one of the classic swim teams here. Certainly many years. They've won this. They usually won in the fighting for the banners. Speedo sponsors our awards here. We got some beautiful team banners to give out. Ivy, 28.5. Lane number 1 is Paige Kowal from Academy Bullet. She's in second currently. And but very strong in the center of the pool, Ivy Solt. Ivy is a 17-year-old swimming for the great Kate Lunston. Of course, you know, Kate has been a head coach for us, been on these trips internationally, I think, over to Ireland. I know I traveled with her once. She's fantastic the way she works with her swimmers. The history going back into generations, you would say, but they always come out smiling, and they always swim fast. And Ivy is not letting her down. 29.1. So at the halfway mark, she's 220.89. That'd be a 441 if she would have even split it. I don't know, but I wouldn't put anything past these guys. We do know that the meet record was set a couple years ago. We said by Kevin Gormson, Long Island. And that's a 436. It'd be a heck of a challenge and a big drop for any of these girls, but who knows? Ivy, 250.2 at the 300. Very consistent, 29.3. Samantha Anderson is Long Island, trying to move up a little bit there in lane 3. Just getting back by Zaida Meal. They're both fighting, but Ivy still in the lead. Ivy split was a 30.1. Zaida was 29.6 and Samantha 29.8, so they're making up a little ground, but you need those big chunks of time. 7/10, 9/10, a second. When you start seeing those times and you start having a real chance, like right now, Ivy 30.37 with 100 yards to go. 29.6 for Samantha, 29.7 for Zaida. Zaida is in 2, Samantha is in 3. But I think Ivy sees them, okay? The bells are coming out. She's like, yeah, they're catching me now, but I think I got one more kick in me. She's 30.15. Samantha 29.5, Zaida 29.6. So they're making the effort. Samantha, especially there in the white cap, really thinks maybe I can get there. But I think Ivy's just a little too tough on this one. Ivy sold Aqua Jets 449.46. Another 5-second drop. That's outstanding. The girls in second and third, great swims. All the girls, good swims. Look at all the times. Don't pay any attention to the second 8. That's just really doesn't mean anything. The top 8, Ivy Solt, there's your champion. Great swim, girls. Thanks for the race. 51.01 to 51.08. Pretty tight for second. All right. Here come the marchers. They're going to be walking out. I can hear the music. Leading the way is Ella Houston, FMC. It's pretty controlled. Nice seeing all the girls' faces as they come by. All right. The fastest 8 girls in the 500-yard freestyle. Lane number 1 is Vivian Zangaro. She's Long Island, ready to go. Bullets has Avery Ludke in lane 2. Getting ready. There's Lily Gormson, Long Island Aquatic Club. It's her sister who holds the record. Sadie Buckley, nation's capital, top seed, 448.67. Rockville Montgomery has Andrea Dworak in 5. Emery DeGunther Nova is in 6. Girls are getting ready. And Waukesha Express, Ella Antonuski in lane 7. And down in 8, there's Ella Houston, FMC Aquatic. That's quite the lineup. 4:48.67 to 4:53.72 for the ladies this morning. And the A final is underway. We said the record, Kavin Gormson, Long Island Aquatic Club. She did it 2 years ago, 4:36.34. And we do have Lily Gormson in lane 3, the 17-year-old from Long Island. First out from Rockville, Andrea Dworak. We've called that name a lot. 25.90. Certainly Rockville, long-time members going back. The great Riley Eaton, what work he has done for this association from the very beginning. Very proud of him and all the efforts. Andrea, 28-28. And looks pretty nice and strong, in control. Side by side as they turn. Sadie and Andrea, NCAP and Rockville. No doubt these young ladies see each other in the Potomac Valley region. They were both 28-7, 28-6. Sadie with a slight lead. She's 28-9. Andrea 29-1. 151.8, 152.1. So 3/10 separating them at the 200. When they come back down to the start end here, this will be the halfway mark. So pay attention and see if you see somebody pick their tempo up, pick their kick up. And coach's orders are, okay, you go at 10. Let's go. 29.69, 29.23, 29.09, 29.06. So they're all still 29.09 is Sadie. 29.2 was on Andrea. Lily Gormson, 29.0. Okay. Sadie Buckley. 29.0 again for Lily Gormson. 29.2, 29.4, 29.8 for the others. So Lily thinking maybe I could follow in my sister's footsteps and win this race. She's going to need a good finish because this is a pretty strong crew we got here. First is still Sadie Buckley, NCAP. She's 29.2, Andrea 29.6, Lily 29.2. No 28s out there yet, but once they kick it in, you're going to see them get a little faster, I'm sure. Sadie Buckley, NCAP. She was 2 seconds ahead of the field this morning. 29.03. 3:48 at the 400. 48.39. Lily is 29.5, so she lost 5/10, and she's 1.7 behind with 100 yards to go. Sadie said, look, this is my turn to get up here. Lane number 3, Lily Gormson doing a great job, but 28.9 to Sadie's 28.5 isn't going to get it done here today. Very controlled, outstanding swim for NCAP's Sadie Buckley. Coming to the wall, final time is 4:44.85. Lily does grab the silver with a 4:47.86, and the bronze to Avery Ludke, 4:49.58, out in lane 2. There you go. There's our 500 freestyle ladies A final results. Good sportsmanship. And we move on to the next heat. So tonight will be our E final, the 16 and under boys. Lane number 1, you see him getting ready, one leg up. That's Trevor Donnelly from Rockville, Montgomery. Next to him in 2, Benjamin Leginski. Another one of those Ole distance swimmers. Chattahoochee Gold has Parker Hebert in lane 3. Lane number 4 from Ozalki, Grant Fries. He went 4:34.76. Right next to him, Will Democus Murphy. St. Andrews, that's our boy. He's in lane 5. Lane 6, Blazing Barracudas, Jake McPhail. Connor Menier from Arlington is in 7, and Andrew Cito is in lane number 8. Leginski down here, Ole swimming in the second lane, lane 2. He was 24:34. To lead at the 50, see him in the dark cap. Lane number 3 is Parker Hebert. 4 is Grant Fries. Those boys are 26.8, 26.8. Grant went a 26.4. They're trying to pull away. Democus Murphy was 4th. He was 27.1 and 51.7 at the 100. Ole Benjamin Leginski looking very smooth, 27.1. 27.3 Parker, 27.2 Grant, 27.7 Will. This will be the 200-yard mark. 8 lengths will have been completed at this flip with 12 lengths to go. Leginski still very smooth. Grant Fries now moving into the second position. 2 lanes over. Out there in lane 8, Andrew Cito moving up. He went a 27.7, so he's thinking of making a move here, maybe getting ready for this halfway mark. Very close between Benjamin and Grant, 27.7 for both. And at the halfway mark, Benjamin leads with a 2:13.5. That would be a nice one to double off of, back it up. But at the 300, it's still Ole's Leginski. And he looked like, yeah, I'm stepping it up. 27.62. Other than Jake McPhail's 27.8 in lane 6, nobody else under 28 for that 50. See the beautiful stroke, the good kick, the consistent breathing as he goes into his turn. No cheater breath, no sloppiness, getting in and out of the wall. He's very clean. It looks good. He's throwing down a 27.65. McPhail in 6 making his move. He was 27.6. He's going by the rest of these guys, trying to get up and race Benjamin Leginski over here in lane 2. Lane number 8 is Trevor Donnelly from Rockville. He's 28.2 right there, 28.4. He's hanging. Leginski, lane number 8, Andrew Cito, 27.4 in lane 8 from Wave. Talk about a team that always finishes strong. Look out in lane 8 at Andrew Cito. Here come the bells. Leginski still in the lead with a 28.3. Andrew 27.0, so he made up 1.3 seconds on that 50 alone. Lane 6 is Jake McPhail. Look at this turn. He's going after him. Out there in lane 8. Coach Roy getting excited. Outside smoke with an unbelievable finish. Andrew Cito, 4:32.02. 26.32, Andrew, on the end. Man, the only thing your coach might want you to spend a little more of that in the middle. But that is a great win. That is awesome. Awesome, awesome swim. 32.89 for Benjamin. You can see all the times there. McPhail and Demokus Murphy. Demokus Murphy came home in a 26.4. Other than Andrew, he had the fastest time. He could have spent a little more in the middle, but that was a great race, boys. Thanks for the entertainment. Let's go to the D final. Stepping up, you can see Team Greenville there in lane 1. Phelan Crowley. Cooper Dillman in 2 from Nova. New Wave with another 500 guy. He's Ben Smith in lane 3. Matthew Rose Arlington in lane 4. Lane 5. Stepping them back up in a little movement. We'll see what that's all about. Lane 5 is Bentley Callan, City of Plano. Charlie Begin, Rockville Montgomery is in 6. Jackson Stider. Machine is in 7. And Samuel Huggins, Nittany Lion, lane 8. So the ref put them back up. I like that. He determined that either he said stand up and that sound or what, it was not the swimmer's fault. Good job there, Will. All right. That was good that we see all the guys step back up. Stepping back up. Okay. So we've got now an outside smoker. Samuel Huggins going out in a 23.3 for the Nittany Lions. And it's only 50 out of the 450 to go, but pretty tough start. We'll see where that gets them. We had a lot of last in, fast out last night with the 500 or with the 4 IM. We had some great swims coming out of that lane 8. 48.89 for Samuel. Ben Smith currently in second. He's 50.67. So almost 2 seconds back after 100 yards. Samuel still with a big lead, 26.1 on that 50. Ben goes 26.8. Third is Matthew Rose, and he's flipping at 27.0 on that 50. Lots of different strategies. This morning, Matthew Rose was the fastest. He was 33.63 out of this group, and 34.60. 4:34.6 was Samuel Huggins, but he's still got a huge lead out there at the 200. He's 141.86. I wonder how close to his best that is. He's 26.7. So still under 27. Rest of the field from 27.3 to 28.2. See if he can keep that tempo up. Halfway through, Samuel's 209.22, but he has his first 27.36. Still the fastest 50 but there's a 27.40 from Matthew Rose in lane 4. So now maybe the boys in the middle are going to start to try and make a little move. Lane 3 is Ben Smith, we said. Ben from that New Wave team. Coach John Roy, of course. Interesting, the great sprinter he was, and he's got this reputation as a great distance coach. Well, he coaches all of them, really. Samuel went 27.62. Matthew went 27.34, so the chase is on. 36.8 to 39.8. He has a 3-second lead, and he just gave up 3/10. 6 lengths to go. Samuel Huggins with a 27.83. Chasing him down, 27.37 out of Matthew Rose in lane 4. 27.30, Charlie Begin in Rockville in lane 6. So these guys kind of know, they can see he's over there. They feel like, okay, Samuel, there's a 28.1. You know he went out so hard. He's like, it's courageous, but man, here comes a 27.5 and a 27.4 right down your back. You got 3 lengths left. Samuel, can you hang on? I don't know, man. I don't know. He's dropping the elbow. He's starting to slip. He can feel it. Maybe he's got something for this last 50 because he's still got the lead. 28.4, but Matthew goes 27.5. And he's basically, 4:01.2 to 4:02.2. So he has a 1-second lead. He's got to get something here. It's about 5/10 with a lap to go. Great racing, different strategy. Samuel Huggins way up at the top. The Nittany Lion trying to hang on. Here come the others, but it's going to be Huggins. He hangs on. 4:28.45. Hats off, Samuel. Start to finish. Man, that's the hard way. Very impressive. Good swims throughout. All the way down. Yeah, you can look, he's tired. He knows it's the hard way. Okay. He feels pretty good about it. There's everybody's times. Great race that it was. So we will move on, gentlemen. The C final is up now. We're looking at Rockville, Montgomery in lane 1. Alexander Nguyen, Noah Pelinkovic from FMC is in 2. His teammate, Parker Chan, in 3. A pair of Rockville guys, Joshua Lopez in 4. Cooper Zakor Kenny in 5. John Murphy in 6 for Academy. Swim Streamline has Mika Tennyson in 7. And Carter Jewell in lane 8. Waukesha Express. "20 lengths of the pool this morning. Joshua Lopez went a 4:31.55 to lead this group of 8. Carter Jewell with 4:33.31 to get in. Going out strong is Joshua Lopez, 23.72. And Carter Jewell, who is 23.88. Still 4 and 8, turning almost together. 50.08 for Joshua, 50.26 for Carter. The record in this 500-yard event was set in 2015 by Nation's Capital Swim Team's Matthew Hirschberger, 4:16.43. Pretty serious record. We got some pretty serious guys coming up in the next couple heats, so we don't know. Might be able to get after that one. That's a tough one. But in the center of the pool, still Joshua Lopez looking very strong. 27-0, 144.36. Second place, 145.15 is now Mika Tennyson. Lane number 7. Mika from Streamline out in Texas. Halfway through, Joshua Lopez, 27.15, 2:11.51. Mika threw in a 26.9 in lane 7, so he made up a couple tenths. And he's only 6 tenths behind, so you can see on this 50, looks like he may have closed it a little more. And he did. Pretty much hold it the same. 39.6, 38.9, so 6-7 tenths right now separating the boys. Joshua, 27.09. Mika, 27.5. So Joshua asserting his strength. There's a 27.1 next to him. Dave Krodiak's Boy Parker Chan. He's still 3 seconds behind, so he's getting faster, but it may be too late. Joshua Lopez on a mission, 26.9. With 100 yards to go, he was at 3:33.0. He can definitely be well under that 30, maybe down to 27, even 26. He gets a good finish. Very strong swim for Mika Tennyson out in lane number 7. Josh, 27.7. And he's got this one under control. Rockville, Montgomery. Joshua Lopez, 26.86 to get home, 4:27.65. Second does go to Mika, 4:28.98. You can see Joshua very happy with his effort there. There's everybody's times. With 2 heats of the 500 remaining. Lane number 1, you see these swimming unattached in the B final from the Southeast Association. So it's Gibson Cry. Evan Gluck is in 2. City of Richardson. Chicago Wolfpack has George Ivescu in 3. James Anderson from City of Mobile in lane 4. Braden Capon, Academy Bullets in 5. Cole Nelson, Nova in 6. Jackson Schreiber, New Wave in 7. And James Darcy, Long Island in 8. James Andrew got lane 4 because he was 4:28.70. Just ahead of these gentlemen. 4:31.29 was James Darcy to earn lane 8. 9th through 16th this morning. First place is Cole Nelson at the 50, 23.89. Cole's in lane 6, swimming for Nova. He's going to hold that lead at the 100 just barely. He's 50.41. George Abascu is 50.61. for the Chicago Wolfpack. I've got a Wolfpack friend, great diver up there, Chicago, Keith Kenner. Great athlete. Now we see some great athletes starting to put a move on. George Avascu is fastest at that 150. Braden Capon making a move. George went 26.7. Braden was 26.9. Nobody else under 27. This will be the 200-yard mark. 8 lengths out of 20. Yep. Still very close. George with a slight lead. 144.7, 144.8, and 144.9. Braden and Cole right behind him. Braden in 5, Cole in 6. 8 and 7 starting to make a little move. That 8 is James Darcy. We know once they get to the halfway mark, you're going to see the Long Island caps moving. 7 is Jackson Schreiber. We talked about New Wave. Talked about the strength in Raleigh, all that great swimming they do. Coach Roy's got quite the program. They have some really cool sweats at they have like these. They look like NHL jerseys that all say Wave on them. One of the more creative outfits. This is such a fun meet for the kids. Look at this, everybody together. George with a slight lead, went a 27.4, but so did Braden and so did Cole and so did Jackson. We're all like, we're all right here. Everyone down there seems to be counting in the traditional manner. You're allowed to count either way. Count up, count down. Doesn't really matter. Lane 7. Jackson Schreiber from New Wave. He's threw in a 27.0 to get lead of this heat, but just barely. Lane 5 is Braden Capon. He's finished very strong here each night. Oh, yeah, what a race. What a race. Your top 4 guys right turning within a couple tenths of each other. It's Braden Capon now in the lead at 3:34.62. 3:34.68 is Jackson. 3:34.78 was George. And then right with them is Cole. And there's the bell. Who wants it coming out of that turn? Lane number 5, Braden Capon. He popped right up with a kick. Lane 3 is getting after it. That is George. He's been fighting the whole way. But look over there in lane 7. Jackson is going to be Jackson at the wall. Yes. 4:27.42. George with a 4:27.51. Great race there. Jackson Schreiber. Coach Roy, you're pumped up for that. There we go. Look at those times. What a close race. Evan Gluck sneaking in there. What was his last 50? 25.7, 25.6 for George. It's a way to get home, boys. This brings up the march out, shaking his hands out, focused, eyes down. Here we go. Yeah, with the B on his cap, blazing Barracudas, Quinn McPhail leading the parade. Here come the rest of the boys. Game faces, all of them. Arriving at block number 1 from Long Island Aquatic Club. Checking in with his timers, Gavin Buckley. His teammate, William Siegel, bouncing a little bit, getting ready to take off from lane 2. Occoquan's Alexander Grikolski is in lane number 3. Top seed, Sean Green, Long Island Aquatic Club in lane 4. Getting ready, revving it up. Nathan Zabata, Nova of Virginia, is in lane 5. Jaru Zhu, Aquajets in 6. Samuel Marsteiner, the new waiver, in 7. And Blazing Barracudas, we talked about Quinn. There he is. Locked in lane 8. Quinn McPhail. Okay, this is going to be a great race. Now this morning, 4:23.01 and 4:23.09 for Sean Green and Nathan Zabota. But I have to ask myself if they were really getting, at least Sean, I think he was, certainly coming into the meet, he had some of the fastest times. We've talked about him being one of the top swimmers in the nation, and looking at some of the things he's accomplished in his young career already. He is in the center of the pool. He's first at 23.44 at that first turn back at home. Now I know he's going to very controlled. Sean looking good. He goes 25.5, 49.0. He went 4:23.0 this morning. His entry time was a 4:16.78. Matthew Hirschberger's record is 4:16.43. And that's not an easy record, but it would sure be a nice feather to get your name on the record board with the likes of the people, the Olympians, the national champions that are here. Sean looking strong, 26.0. Nathan, 26.1. Nathan's right next to him and on the top side of your screen in the dark cap. Lane number 3 is Grokolski. He was a 26.5 there. But I think those of us that have watched this meet know that this is really beautiful out and a good start for Sean Green. 26.28 at the 200. He's a 141.34. I mentioned his father last night. Keith also retired from coaching. One of Long Island's probably most vociferous coaches in his day. He just retired this year, but came down as a dad. He's got to be pumped to see Sean throw down a 26.4, and halfway through he's at 2:07.81. So that would put him right at that 14.15 if he were able to even split it. And we'll see. 26.4 on that last 15. 26.3. But you're also looking at a 26.4 for Nathan. Nathan is no pushover, man. The Nova of Virginia, 17-year-old. One of the very best swimmers here in this meet. Been calling that name as well. His kick looks strong. He looks like he might be trying to make a little move. He knows he can't wait till the last 50. Sean turns. He's 26.46. Nathan 26.65, so he lost a couple tenths. You see a lot when you see the turn end here. A lot of the kids getting excited, trying to cheer on their swimmers. This will be 100 yards to go when they get to this turn. Sean 26.5, Nathan 26.6. Alexander 26.7 in lane 3. 3 lengths left. And Sean Green looks like he wants to be the man from start to finish. What a strong swimmer. Bell lap. He's a 26.48, and he's 3:53.61. Yeah, that record's going to be a little out of the reach, but what a great swim nonetheless. Big finish. Sean touches 4:19.23. Nathan second, 4:21.16, and Alexander 4:22.58. Very, very tough racing in the center of the field all the way across. good times today. And that is going to wrap up our 500-yard segment. First hour in, we've done one event, but a great one it was. Such good entertainment. Thank you, swimmers and coaches and officials. So we're going to move into the 100-yard butterfly event for the young ladies. If you're watching that NCAA, you'll see the name Campbell Stoll, I believe, swimming for Texas this week. She was swimming for Elmbrook when she set the record of 51.65 2 years ago. I might be wrong with Texas. Where is she? She might be. Well, I don't know. The boys will have to tell me, but I know we'll be watching later tonight. But right now, we're going to watch this 100 butterfly. Lane number 1, Gabrielle Hoyer, nation's capital. That's our girl. And lane 2, Alara Hurwitz. Lane 3, Zara Kosak from Excel. Rocket has Emily Scargill in 4. Lauren Vogt, the Nitros of Kansas, in 5. Caroline Wanazek, Elmbrook in 6. Adeline Koenig-Song is in 7 for NASA. And Francesca Sanchez, Chicago Wolfpack, at the top of your screen. Turning first is Zara Kosak, swimming for Excel. Zara's time 25.68. These are all our best 16 and under girls that didn't make those first 4 heats. So we have the E heat. And they are tight. Look at them coming down. It's just about anybody's race. Maybe lane 3. Maybe it's going to be, yes, it is Kara Kosak. She gets 55.50. Second, going to Caroline Wanasek, 55.80. And third to St. Andrews, Alara Hurwitz with a good last 50. 29.6. Outsplit the field on the back half. Way to go, little girl. 55.90. Up next, the D heat. Natalie Wu from Long Island is in lane 1. Maisie Paradise, Verona in 2. Sophia Jimenez, Blazing Barracudas 3. Fox Valley Wave has Carly Larson in 4. Leah Nebraska in 5 for New Albany. NASA has Vanessa Alvarado in 6. Laura Braganza, Fast Falcons, right up the road here in Ocala. She's in 7. And Bryn Sundell, Madison Aquatic Club, in lane 8. All right, 55.80 was Carly Larson. 56.12 was Bryn Sundell. So 3/10 separate the field. Leah Nebraska, she's first at the wall halfway, 25.42. Very nice stroke. She's still got the lead at the 75. Leah, the 17-year-old from New Albany Aquatic Club in Ohio, being challenged over there. Vanessa Alvarado coming to the wall, but it's Leah touching first, 54.70. That was a good race. Ladies are happy. It's always nice seeing that new number pop up. There's everybody. The final results. That'll get us to the C final. Lane 1, Tierney Lenahan, NASA. 2 is Ariana Nikula, Academy Bullets. Savannah Duffy, Stingrays, is in 3. Emma Signa, NCAP, in 4. Elmbrook has Sophia Bruggeman in 5. Caitlin Sallows, New Albany, in 6. Madeline Bynum from Nova in 7. And Kendall Mallers, Academy Bullets, at the top of your screen, lane 8. Saw a little movement, something he didn't like. There we go. Got him in clean. Appreciate that start, Dave. Dave DiNardo, one of our most experienced and welcoming officials here. You come to this meet, and the officials are absolutely the best. And they're going to help us make this event great for these kids. Look how close we are. Lane number 2, Ariana Nikula is 25.25. 1 is Tierney. She's 25.27. Tierney Lenahan. So down here at the bottom, they were first halfway. Lane 4 looking strong now. That's Emma Signa coming off that 75 wall. Don't forget lane 6 over there. Caitlin Salos. It's 4 and 6, 6 and 4. Caitlin. Nope. Emma Signa, 54.10. Caitlin, 54.19. Third goes to Ariana, 54.71. Another close one, and another big set of time drops for the girls in that C final. Moving on, the B final is Zara Bolton NASA in 1. Maeve Collins Rise in 2. Nittany Lion has Molly Workman in 3. Nation's Capitals Alyssa Sagal is in 4. Sarah Paisley Owen Metro Atlanta in 5. Fegan Kaminsky Chicago Wolfpack in 6. Peyton Flowers Verona area in 7. And Aubriel Mackey Oli Swimming in lane 8. 54.49 is what Alyssa did to earn lane 4. 54.87 Aubriel to earn lane 8. So you're talking about less than 4/10 separating these 8 young butterfly swimmers. Good start out in lane number 3 for Molly Workman. We've seen that Nittany Lion team come on in this meet. She's been a big part of that. Over in lane number 7, Peyton Flowers, Verona. She's going to be first at the 50 with a 24.63. Right next to her, Fegan Kaminsky, Chicago Wolfpack, the silver cap just on this side. Race looking tough up there at the top. Oh, who's coming off that wall with the most momentum? Still Peyton. That last turn, a little bit of a jam, but look, here comes Sarah Paisley. Oh, it is Sarah Paisley Owen. She goes 53.65, timing her strokes perfectly. It always is a little challenge. You saw that turn there at the end. She came off of it great and managed to have her 53.65 just ahead of Molly, Peyton, Alyssa. A lot of 53s there. Very nice racing. Gets us here. Look who's walking out first. It's the Aqua Jets. Annabelle Wenzel leading the way. She's setting the pace. Hey, girls, you want to keep up with me? We're marching. We're not strolling. I love it. And there they go. Rocket Aquatics is out of Wisconsin, and right here on her cap, you're going to see the black cap with Rocket right on it. There it is. That's Julia Saxman, lane 1. Mia Buff is Greater Toledo in lane 2. There's 3, Rebecca Rentz. We've called that name a lot from the Bullets. Grace Robb, Longhorn, top qualifier, lane 4. Lane 5 is Abigail Chan, Huntsville. Lane 6, Sigrid Nemo. She's out of Aqua Jets as well. Academy Bullets has Isabel Beu in 7, and we said Annabelle Wenzel, who got into this top 8 with a 54.46 this morning. Grace was first with a 53.42. 1.04 seconds separating the field. The record, Campbell stole 51.65. Man, Brent Book had that team rocking 2 years ago, didn't he? Those girls were setting records galore. It's the ebb and flow of age group swimming. Brent knows he'll be back. He's got plenty of good ones here this week. We get to see them. Elmbrook, our sister club, comes and trains with us. But in the pool, Longhorn was the top qualifier. I'm looking, though, over at lane 5, Huntsville. That's Abigail Chan. Nemo, though, first. Aquajets 24.55. Rebecca Renz from Academy, very strong. She always finishes strong. Rebecca in lane 3. So 5 is Abigail coming off. 3 is Rebecca. 4 is Grace. But look at 5 and 6 and 8. Oh my gosh, anybody's. It is Grace Robb. 52.90. 52.9, dropped another 0.5. Did it all in that back half. She came home in a 28.03. There's everybody's time. Very nice swim. All right, Longhorn Aquatics in the house. We move into the men's 100-yard butterfly. We start with that 16 and under E final. Augustus Friedel from City of Richardson in lane 1. Belizar Filipov. FMC is in 2. Alexander Jungbluth, Rockville in 3. Grant Fleming, Suburban in 4. Jared Goldstein, NASA in 5. Dean Amble, Lake Country in 6. Matthew Glod from Hinsdale in 7. And Theodore O'Donnell. NASA Wildcat is in lane 8, and they're in the pool. 49.99 is what the Seahawk from Suburban Grant Fleming did this morning. Just dipping under that magic 50. 50.62 the 15-year-old Theodore O'Donnell did to earn lane 8. Anybody's bet here. Look at that. 22.85. For Velizar in 2, but everybody's out within 3 or 4 tenths. 100 fly. Such a cool event. Looking at lane 6 with a really strong third length, Dean Amble. Lane 4, that's Grant Fleming. Dean Amble from Lake Country. Lane, it's going to be Dean Amble, Lake Country Swim Team out of Wisconsin. 49.34. Nice. Get under 50, drop it all the way down. Let me go 49 low. Look at all those 49s. Nice. Very nice. So the E final is in the books. D final coming up. Daniel Janitis, Academy in 1. Liam Hickey, Nation's Capital in 2. His teammate Jack Fulham is in lane 3. New Albany Aquatic has Campbell Williams. Lane 4, Elliot Rijnavine. Atlantis is in 5. Nova has Alexander Gertner. In 6, Daniel Bubar. New Wave in 7. And Minnetonka Swim Club, Benjamin Jabs in lane number 8. Hundred fly, such a big power event. Look at these guys. Who's going to be first here? 5, yep, Elliott. Elliott is 22.59. Campbell right next to him, 22.88. Still those two right in the middle of the pool, 4 and 5, 5 and 4. Williams and Rijnavian and maybe lane 8, Benjamin Jabs, but it is Elliot Rijnavian, 49.11. Second to Campbell Williams. He goes 49.31. There's the D final results. Which will bring up Heat 3, the C final. Nation's Capital, Ryan Southern in 1. Robert Dykeman Stingrays in 2. Griffin Oler, Rockville in 3. Luke Hammond, Team Greenville in 4. Rohan Babu NASA in 5. Nova has Aiden Maminovic in 6. Lucas Bailey, St. Andrews in 7. And Quinn Marciani, Rockville, Montgomery in lane 8. 49.06 for Team Greenville's Luke Hammond in the center of the pool. 49.37 for Quinn Marciani from Rockville. And out very fast. Look at that. Lane number 7, that's Lucas Bailey. That's our boy, lane number 8. With him, Quinn Marciani. These guys are out. Lucas with 22.24. Quinn with a 22.61. Lucas looking like he could have the swim of his life here in butterfly, usually known as a freestyle specialist. But he is very talented. Headed off to swim with Dara Torres at Boston College. And Lucas takes this one 47.95. That is an outstanding swim. Too bad he didn't get that one this morning. Would have been in the big final and have a chance for the big score. But we'll take it. We'll take it. Lucas Bailey, there's all the times. 47.90. He wins by a second. Comes home in a 25.7. Very nice. Very nice, Lucas. That'll get us to the B final. You can read them right there. Aiden Kaplan from NASA. Alexander Heinrich, Badger. Nathan Carr, Aquajets. Andrew Plouffe, Aquajets. Luke Vatav, Hornet. Zachary Oswald, Suburban. Noah Van Zweedem, Rocket Aquatics. And Machine Aquatics, Jason Ross. Down there in lane 8. In the pool, the B heat, really good start over there in 5. And that's Luke Vatev. He's from the Hornets. And it was a strong kick out from his first turn. He is going to be first halfway through. Luke is a 21.73. Wow. This morning, the 15-year-old was 48.2, but he's on track to destroy that right now. Man, good underwaters. Nice breakout. Start to finish the B final. Luke Vatev goes 47.49. Very nice. 47.49 would have put him in first place this morning. It's tough sometimes to get up and get going in the competition. So tough. Look at this heat that's marching out now. Matthaus Rammel of New Wave is going to be leading the way for us. He's got his black cap on. He's locked in. A few of these guys have already made the London trip. Of course, top 2 in each event who have applied get invited, and all expenses get paid for. Mika Davis is in lane 1. He's made it. He's going to London. Evan Whitty is in lane 2 for Minnetonka. Henry Gual, he's already made it, swimming for Hinsdale in lane 3. Maximus Buff, I think he could have made it, but he's Greater Toledo, maybe focusing on some other meets. Ethan Chung, NASA, is in 5. Luke Bedsole, he's going to London. He's from Huntsville. He's in lane 6. As a matter of fact, so far in London, we got 14 guys named from 14 different teams. That's pretty special, man. That's spreading it out. But Luke Bedsole's one of 3 in this heat. Tyler Phillips is in 7 for Nation's Capital. And Matthaus Rammel, we said, was leading the way. Here's everybody's name. This is the final heat, A final. 47.64 to 48.21 this morning. All right. In clean, that's what we like to see. Very strong. Maybe lane 6. Luke Bedsole with a good start. He's up. He's looking good. I'm going to say Luke's first here, but maybe lane 1. Mika Davis, 21.95. Holy cow. Sneaking in from the outside. Mika Davis down at the bottom was first. Still going to be close. Who's got the best last turn? Coming up, maybe. Oh, look at 4, 5, 6. 6 is Luke Bedsole. It's 1. It is Micah Davis. 46.84. Maximus Buff second. 47.10. Nice. 1 and 2. If they haven't made it, they get invited. So if Buff wasn't on, he's on now if he wants to go. I'll see a very happy Micah Davis down there. Winning it from the outside. The hard part's getting into the top 8. You know, that's the hard part. He went 48.07 this morning. He'd gone a tenth or two slower, he'd have been in that B final. And then he ends up winning it with a 46.84. That's the excitement of the NCSA, folks. If you've never been here, put it on your bucket list. We'll move now to the women's 200-yard breaststroke event. Campbell Stoll with the record, 2:08.23. Elmbrook. The girls in the first heat. Let's see, 40, yeah, first heat. Lane 1, Tamara Krett, NASA. Juliet Swatland from Hinsdale's in 2. June Dichtel from NASA is in 3. Chelsea Gerardo, Team Greenville in 4. Mason Makos has Lila Devon in 5. Caroline Linkus, H2 Okies in 6. 7, Vanya Gojakovic. She's NASA in 7. And maybe in the lead. And Sophia Lyons, Long Island, is in 8. It is Vanya actually tied with Lila. Lanes 5 and 7 both touching an identical 31.40 to get us going here. The breaststroke 200 race demands a lot of synchronicity. You've got to get your timing down. Get the pull to go at the right time with a kick. If you can ride that kick out and glide a little bit, you're going to save some energy. And swimming very strong, doing just that in the center. Lane number 5, that's Lila Devlin. From the Mako, she's 106.38. Lila was 34.98 on her second 50 to pull slightly ahead of this field. This morning, all the girls pretty much 220 to 223. Lila, 36.0. Caroline Linkus next to her is a 35.9, but seems to be a little further back. I don't know if she can mount a serious charge. Maybe Vanya can in lane 7. If she comes off this turn. Lane number 8 is Sophia Lyons, but still look, it's going to be close at the touch. It is going to be Vanya. Lane number 7, Vanya Gojakovic. NASA Wildcat, 2:19.50. Just 0.16 ahead of Lila. So that heat is in the books. And now we move over to the D final. Lily Moore, NASA, will be in lane 1. April Chun, Long Island, in 2. Odette Brown, Team Greenville, in 3. Abigail Moore, Academy in 4. Olivia Parks, Chattahoochee Gold in 5. Oli's got Grace Aguilar Fernandez in 6. Annika Curran in 7 for Madison. And Isla Bartholomew, Rockville, Montgomery, lane number 8. In the water clean. Fastest time, Abigail Moore, only a 14-year-old, 2:19.94. Isla Bartholomew got in lane 8 with a 2:20.76. So less than 0.8 of a second separated our morning swims with this field. And Abigail, the youngster, getting it out, 30.46. Not messing around. Over in lane number 7. That's Annika Curran, Madison. Lane number 3 is Odette Brown from Team Greenville. But it's still Abigail. Abigail turned first at the 100 with a 105.43. She was 34.9. Grace Aguilar with a 34.6. And she's in lane 6. She's making a strong move. Annika Curran in lane 7 as well. She just stepped on the gas. And she had gone 34.7 on her last 50. Let's see, now she moves into first with a 35.3. 35.5 for Grace, 36.0 for Abigail. So Annika on the outside there in 7 for Madison Aquatic Club out of Wisconsin with 25 yards to go. She's really moved this back half. Leaving the field, and she's going to touch first with 2:16.85. Very nice swim, Annika Curran. Second going to April Chun from Long Island, 2:18. There you go. You see everybody's times. All right, we'll move into the C final. C final up next. Long Island has Madison Lynn in lane 1. Mason Mako's Caitlin Goff in 2. Abigail Bonham, Nova, Virginia in lane 3. Ashlyn Lofton, Chattahoochee Gold in 4. Amanda Valakis, FMC in 5. Lauren Konarsk from Verona is in 6. Aquatic Club of Elkhorn has Mallory Ferguson in lane 7. And Ellis McGraw, Huntsville Swim Association in lane 8. Good start out there in lanes 4 and 5. Ashlyn and Amanda don't lose sight of the top end either. These girls this morning were all 2:18.6 to 2:19.9. Very close. 5, 6, 7, 8. It might be 8, and it is Ellis touching first with a 30.68, 30.82, 30.86, 30.93. Everybody's there, stretching it out. Got to keep your rhythm, keep your timing. Ellis McGraw, top of the screen, lane number 8 with a slight lead coming into the halfway mark. 104.89 with a 34.2 on her second 50. Second place is Amanda in lane 5. She's 105.61, 105.71. Lauren in 6. 105.76 was Abigail in 3, so it's very close here. You can see now they all want to get after that rabbit. The outside smoker, it is Ellis McGraw from Huntsville. Still with a very slight lead as Lauren Canars went a 35-1 to Ellis's 35-7. And coming out of that turn now appears to have at least caught her, if not passed her. Amanda Velikas trying to go with her too. And I'm thinking right now, Lauren looks like, and then let's look right here in lane number 3. Abigail Bonham with a great last 50. Look how strong that is. She's going to touch first from Nova, 2:16.23. She comes home in a 35-2. Outstanding. And that gets her to victory. First place, 2:16.23. Nice drop and great finish, Abigail. All right, coming up next, the B final for the ladies 200 breaststroke. Tessa Hansen, Lake Country. Only a 14-year-old Lake Country swim team in Wisconsin. Lane 1, Alicia Badasic, NASA in 2. Cheyenne Burrows, Verona in 3. Bryce Winsenreed, Excel Aquatics in lane 4. Elizabeth Bryan, Machine Aquatics in 5. Catherine Dorsey, Blazing Barracudas in 6. Gwyneth Frick, Nation's Capital in 7. Fiona Sanjaya, Rockville, Montgomery, is lane number 8. All right. And the girls are in the pool. 8 lengths in the pool breaststroke. Bryce in lane 4 was 2:15.68. And Fiona in lane 8 was 2:18.40. So just under 3 seconds difference in this field this morning. And it looks like Bryce turning first there, 29.72. From Excel Aquatics. Seems to be pulling away. She has very good timing here. You can see riding out that kick. Right next to her, Elizabeth Bryan from Machine, and on the other side of her is Catherine Dorsey and then Gwyneth Frick. They're all very close there. You see Frick is second with a 104.3 to Bryce's 103.53. Bryce still trying to put some distance between her. And with 75 yards left, it's looking very strong. He said she was 2:15 this morning. Like to drop that time, of course. And with 50 to go, she's sitting at 137.84 with a 34.3. If she did another one of those, you're looking at a 12. That'd be a heck of a drop. If she can keep that one even at 13, she's still looking good. She's pushing herself, keeping that tempo up. Sometimes when you get really tired, you can see that drop off. But girls are giving chase now in lane 5. That's Elizabeth Bryan from Machine. We know Coach Dan's kids always finish in a flurry, but this is Bryce Winsenreed. 2:13.24. Elizabeth goes 13.8 for the second, and Gwyneth 15.0 for third. Very nice swimming, ladies. Very good racing. And that's going to do it for the breaststroke. With one heat to go, the B heat's done. Our marching music is up, Angela Kaduri is going to be leading this crowd, walking in. They're coming in quick. Oh, there's she. Quick look, Rockville, Montgomery. There's everybody's happy face, focused face, challenge face, whatever it is leading into their race. In lane number 1, we're going to have NASA Wildcats 14-year-old Grace Koenig Song. It seems like ever since the Katie Ball days back in Orlando when she set the world record at like age 13 or 14. Right here in Orlando, folks. That was at Joe Hour's pool. Well, a lot of good young breaststrokers, and Grace Koenig Song is going to represent NASA today with that lane 1. Grace Robb, you see in lane 4 right there. She is your top seed. Lane 5 is Caroline Agee, Nation's Capital. Lane 6 is Brooke Corrigan, Academy Bullets. Lane 7, Madison Watchke, Nittany Lions. And lane 8, Angela Kaduri. I skipped over Elizabeth Narwaki, not intentionally. She's in 2 for Academy Bullets, and Lilla Wilbur in 3 for Nation's Capital. You see everybody's name there. Grace Robb again with the top seed, 210.92. 214.87 is what Angela did this morning to earn her way into this big heat. And young breaststrokers always seem to be able to step up for one reason or another. Maybe it's physical, maybe it's mental, I don't know. But I know that these girls right here are having a good first 50. Brooke Corrigan Academy 29.53, but they're all right there. Elizabeth, everybody's still. The record in this event, we said, was 2:08.23. This morning, Grace went a 2:10.92. Has she got 2.5 seconds to drop tonight? I don't know. She's got a lot of events on her plate, man. It's tough. This is not an easy out, and these girls are all so close right now. It is still Corrigan just ahead of Koenig Song. Brooke Corrigan out in lane 6, 102.76. In lane number 1, 102.80. 103.06 for Grace Robb in the second. In the center in lane 4, she seems to be like, okay, now I'm going to put my big push on. So Grace Robb had gone 33.30 on her second 50. On her third 50, she goes 33.07. So she is getting faster. She's 136.1 and taking over the lead. If she can throw in I don't know, it has to be a 32. That's going to be a little bit of a challenge to get Campbell Stoll's record. But boy, what a great swim it's looking like. Very controlled, good timing. She's just moving, stress, and reach. I like it. And here's the clock. 2:09.98. Outstanding swim for Grace Robb. Another victory. That is a big W. Smile on the face of Lilla Wilbur there, the second place finisher. She loved that 2:11 on the board. She's like, oh, wow, that's good. That is a good time. Congratulating the winner. And that means the ladies' individual events this evening are complete. We've got the 200 breaststroke for the boys, then the women and the men's 4x100 freestyle relay, one of the most exciting relays possible. All right, E final, 16 and under, 200 breaststroke. Calvin Provost from New Wave Swim Team is right here in lane number 1. He's getting ready. He's got his pump up ready. Lane number 2, Joshua Wilder, Team Greenville. 3 is Maddox May, Macaulay GPS. Ryan Wanner from Waukesha Express. is in 4. Charlie McQueeston, Atlantis, in 5. Hugh Worgan, Machine Aquatics, in 6. Mitchell Robinson, Nations Capital, in 7. And Padraic Donnelly, Shorewood, in lane 8. Lane 7 looks good. That's Mitchell Robinson, but Ryan Wanner just ahead of him, 27.42. Robinson, 27.56. Wanner looks good, swimming for the Waukesha Express. Coach Blaine done a great job being on the board here for us. He always gets our minutes out within minutes of our board meeting. And I know he's spending a lot of time coaching guys like Ryan Wanner. Man, that kid, 30.72, 58.1, looking very strong right here. All these E finalists, of course, 16 and under. This morning, Ryan was 204.96. He was the only guy under 205. He sure looks like he's not giving up on this. He's a 31.3 on his third 50, and he sits at 129.4. So, I mean, you're talking 202.00 if he were to do another 31. Of course, it's kind of hard at the end, but who knows? This looks like an outstanding swim, start to finish. Coach Blaine will be happy with that. And it is 201.49 with a 32.0 on the end. Man, that is a serious drop and a very nice evening swim. There's Ryan getting his goggles off, catching his breath. All right. That'll get us to the D final. You see coming up, Ryan Hamilton from Naval Academy is going to be in lane 1. Charles Greenwood, Nations Capital, in 2. His teammate, Grant Golembuski, is in lane 3. St. Andrews Aquatics, Carlos Andre Flores Pinedo. Carlos is in lane 4. Jesse Montano, Nations Capital, is in 6. Reed O'Connell, Long Island, in 5. And then Paris Garvin, Pava Panthers, in 7. And William Grau, Poseidon, out of Virginia, is in lane 8. This morning, Poseidon's William Grau went 204.79 to sneak in here. 204.16 is what our boy from St. Andrews, Carlos Flores, did in the center of the pool. So these boys are all tight, of course. And first is going to be lane 2, Charles Greenwood, 27.19 at that first turn, at that first 50 turn. All the boys within 0.6 there, so nobody getting away yet. The underwaters, always a challenge to keep them going as your heart rate goes up and up. Very tight swim. Look out in lane 8, William Grau. He does touch first with a 31.05, 58.36. Most of the field within the first second. Very good racing on the outside corners. You got Ryan Hamilton in 1 and William Grau over there in 8. Look at 7, Paris Garvin. Now the center of the pool, here comes Carlos making a move. But lane 2 is Charles Greenwood, 32.46. 32.05. Carlos was the fastest on that 50, but he's got some room to make up. Paris and Williams still moving on that outside, looking very strong. Those guys can finish. They're pushing each other. Lane 7 and 8 and lane 4. Paris, William, and Carlos. And it is going to be Paris. He goes 202.85. William 203.20. Carlos 203.70. Great drops, boys. Nice swimming. That is really nice to see. All right. Now we move along. We go to the C final. We're going to have Nation's Capital Carter Layden in lane number 1. Maximilian Little, Greater Pensacola in lane 2. Nation's Capital has Alexander Wood in lane 3. James Johnson Nova in 4. Evan Summers swimming unattached. Trains with the Nittany Lions up there in Mid-Atlantic. He's in 5. Oliver Lazenby, Greater Toledo in 6. Benjamin Franks, Nova in 7. And Jason Van Oltz, New Wave, in lane number 8. All right. Men's 200 breaststroke C final. Looking really strong in lane 5, going out fast, Evan Summers. Lane number 7 is Benjamin Franks from Nova. You can see the difference in the strokes. Look at Benjamin, and it's like it's taking about half the number to stretch and reach, and whereas in the center of the pool, Evan Summers he's so strong. Look at him grabbing that water. He's first with a 57.88. Second is Carter Layden in lane number 1, 58.4. James Johnson with a 58.7. James is in lane 4. Still a good lead here in lane number 5 for Evan Summers. Evan went 31.89, 31.72 for Maximilian Little over here in lane 2, but most of the rest of the guys look like 32s. Max swimming for Greater Pensacola down the bottom of the screen trying to move up, but it's still start to finish looking like Evan Summers. Some guys, here comes lane 8, Jason Van Olst. He's got a great finish, and he just hangs on, Evan Summers, to win 202.37 to 202.47. A tenth of a second. He's going, yeah, it hurt at the end, coach, but, you know, I got it done. Great swimming there. Good finish for James and Maximilian. Coming home strong, getting it done. C final, 3 individual. That's in the books. And now we go to 2 races left for the boys individually. B final is going to be Andrew Kowick, Long Island in 1. Jack Klippinger, Swim RVA in 2. Ken White, NCAP in 3. Aqua Jets has Isidore Warren in 4. Nation's Capital, Andrew Takak in 5. Alexander Gorkolski for Occoquan in 6. Blake Madsen, Nation's Capital in 7. And Gabrielle Palinkovic, FMC, lane number 8. Isidore was 201.26. Gabriel 203.30, about a second, 2 seconds maybe. 2 seconds for the field. Very strong right there in the center. Isidore showing you why the Aqua Jet swimmer was first this morning. First out of this group with a 201.2. It's first 50. 26-66. Over in lane number 7, that's Blake Madsen. He's going to turn second. Isadore 56.9, Blake 57.8. Blake was a 30.57 to Isadore's 30.33. So with coming into 50 yards to go, Isadore just strong. Look at that, 30.91. Blake still second, but he's a 31.9, lost a full second on that 50. Because this young man for the Aqua Jets is just saying, look, maybe I didn't get into that Big 8, but I'm going to give those guys something to be thankful for. They don't have to race me in about 3 minutes. This is a very nice evening swim, start to finish. And Isadore Warren, 159.89. He takes it under. Very nice. Very nice. All right. There are the times from the B final. Leaving us with one more heat of individual racing this evening. They're going to be walking right down that road, and here they come. David Kushnerski from Long Island has the honors to lead the parade in his green Long Island Aquatic Club hoodie there. Oh, yeah. Noah Chen behind him giving some high fives to some of the NASA faithful. That was Matthew Vatev for Hornet, giving some knuckle to one of his buddies. Guys are jacked up. Last individual race of the night. Lane number 1, swimming for Hershey Aquatic Club. Hershey with a long history, great swimming in the Mid-Atlantic area. Gavin Tran. Lane number 2 is H2Oki's Trent Hollinsworth, getting his block ready. There's Matthew Vatev. He's the Hornet age group team in lane 3. Joshua Bay. Man, have we called that name a bunch. What a great meet he's having in lane number 4. Matthew Wolfley. We know Matthew, and he is having a great meet too. Nova. Ian Disaway. Fast Falcons is in lane number 6. Noah Chen is in 7 for NASA, and Long Island, as we said, David Kushnerski. I see Matthew Wolfley. He's one of the guys already headed over there from his 400 IM and 100 breast. He's on our London team. And the boys are in the pool. Joshua Bay always with that strong start. Highland Hurricanes out of Indiana. He's such a strong swimmer. 25-20 to get it going. Matthew next to him, it's 25-9. Looking to keep pace there. Breaststroke, really a challenging stroke to do correctly. Not easy. 28.82 for a 54.02. Matthews 29.2, 55.15. Joshua just doesn't seem to let up. He just seems to be so strong. You really have to be in great shape. On the other side of Matthew, that's Ian Disaway, and you got Matthew Vatev too, but Joshua Bay giving a clinic here, 29.72, 30.1, 30.1, 30.4 for the other guys. No question about this one, the Highland Hurricane. Blowing into town here in Orlando. He's going to touch first. 153.74. Just about a second off Andrew Seliscar's record from 2014. That's an outstanding swim. Wolfley, 55.94 for the second. Great swimming, boys. Very nice all the way across. There's everybody's time. And that is going to wrap our individual events. Remember, tonight we got some awards, and then we've got the always thrilling 4x100 freestyle relays coming up. This is Sid Cassidy on Take It Live for the NCSA. We'll be right back after awards.
Freestyle. Presenting our championship finalists in the ladies 500 freestyle. Once again, taking 8th place, FMC Aquatics, Ella Houston. 7th place goes to Nova of Virginia, Emery DeGunther. In 6th place, Long Island Aquatic Club, Vivian Sangaro. 5th place, Waukesha Express, Ella Antonuski. In 4th place, Rockville Montgomery, Andrea Dworak. The bronze going to Academy Bullets, Avery Ludke. The silver to Long Island Aquatic Club, Lily Gormson. And number 1, Nation's Capital, posting in with a winning time, 4:44.85, Sadie Buckley. And again, ladies, you got to turn around and say hello to all of your supporters up in the grandstands as well as the cameras. And in the gentlemen's 500 freestyle, 8th place goes to Long Island Aquatic Club, Gavin Buckley. 7th place to Blazing Barracudas, Quinn McPhail. In 6th place, Long Island Aquatics, William Siegel. 5th place, New Wave Swim Team, Samuel Marsteiner. In 4th place, Aqua Jets, Giroux Zhu. The bronze going to Occoquan, Alexander Kracholski. The silver to Nova of Virginia, Nathan Zabata. And the gold, the big points, 4:19.23, the winning time. Sean Green getting the gold. And the ladies for the 100 butterfly are next focus. Another one of those events. I can't believe it. We had 2 ties in this event. Getting 8th place was Academy Bullets' Isabel Bowe. 7th place went to Aquajet's Annabelle Winsel. No 6th place because we had a tie for 5th. Greater Toledo Aquatic, Mia Buff and Julia Saxman of Rocket Aquatics getting 5th place. 3rd place going to the Aquajets, Sigrid Naimo and Huntsville Swimming. Abigail Chan, a 2nd set of ties. The silver going to Academy Bullets, Rebecca Rentz. And the gold, the big points, 52.90, Longhorn Aquatics, Grace Rabb taking the win. And another big congratulations to the ladies. Gentlemen's 100 butterfly, another exciting event. And in the gentlemen's 100 fly, 8th place going to Nation's Capital, Tyler Phillips. 7th place to Minnetonka Swim Club, Evan Whitty. New Wave Swim Team, Natus Ramel in 6th place. 5th place, Hinsdale Swim Club, Henry Gao. 4th place to the Nassau Wildcats, Ethan Chung. Into the medals now, the bronze going to Huntsville Swim Association, Luke Bedsall. The silver to Greater Toledo, Maximus Buff. And the gold to the Aquajets, posting in with a 46.84 to take the win, Micah Davis. Our focus now turns to the ladies' 200 breaststroke. In 8th place, Nittany Lion Aquatic Club, Madison Watchke. 7th place goes to Rockville, Montgomery, Angela Kadori. In 6th place, Academy Bullets, Elizabeth Noraki. In 5th place, Nation's Capital, Caroline Agee. 4th place, Academy Bullets, Brooke Corrigan. The bronze going to Nassau Wildcats, Grace Koning Song. The silver going to Nation's Capital, Leela Wilbur. And number 1 in the ladies' 200 breaststroke, Longhorn Aquatics, posting in with a winning time, 2:09.98, getting the gold, Grace Rabb. And now presenting the gentlemen's 200 breaststroke. 8th place going to Hershey Aquatic Club, Gavin Tran. 7th to H2 Okie Aquatics, Trent Hollinsworth. In 6th place, Long Island Aquatics, David Kirshnersky. 5th place, Nassau Wildcats, Noah Chen. In 4th, Fast Falcons, Ian DeSosway. The bronze to Hornet Age Group Swim Club, Matthew Vative. The silver to Nova of Virginia, Matthew Wolf. And taking the win with a 153.74, Highland Hurricanes, Joshua Bay getting the gold. And that is going to do it for the awards presentation for this evening.
Oh, yeah. You see St. Andrews Aquatics, lane 1. It's relay time. St. Andrews in 1. Arlington Aquatic in lane 2. Huntsville Swim Association, lane 3. Waukesha Express is in 4. Then Reach, Aquajets, Rockville, and Chicago Wolfpack. So leading off for St. Andrews will be Marcella Orlandini. Arlington has Haley Lehman. Tatum Scully for Huntsville. Lindsay Schlegel is Waukesha Express. Elizabeth Potla in lane 5 for Reach. Aquajets B team has Elizabeth Baker, and they're in 6. Kelly Kincaid in 7 for Rockville B, and Fegan Kaminsky. Chicago Wolfpack, they're out in lane number 8. Marcella Orlandini, the senior, right here in lane 1, getting herself ready, get her girls team going. Girls are in and up. The record in this, we have 3 heats tonight of the girls race and 3 heats of the boys. The girls' record set by Elmbrook 2 years ago was Stoll, Wanasek, Olin, and Tiltman. They went 3:17:34. And look, we're out fast in lane number 5. That's Elizabeth Patla. Her time in that first 50 is 23:80. Patla in the center of the pool there. Lane number 5. Reach Aquatic. She's going to hand off to Veronica Krenska. She's going to have a nice lead. Look at that. She's 49.90. Some good splits across the board. 51.6 here, 50-50. All right. In the pool for the St. Andrews Scots, Gabia Gelumbikas is in lane number 1. Mary Hermanchuk is in 2 for Arlington. Kara Jones in 3. Ella Antonuski 4. Veronica Krenska in 5. Macy Malinsky in 6. Isla Bartholomew in 7. And Francesca Sanchez in 8. Still a very strong swim. Lane 5, Reach Aquatics out of Illinois. A few teams in lane 4, Waukesha Express. Look at lane 1. Under Gabia, they're making a move to come into this thing too. And at the touch, it is Waukesha 142.4. Reach 142.4. And then 143.5 for the Scots. In the pool right now, lanes 1 through 8, Nerea Gutierrez, Catherine Douglas, Eleanor McDonald, Avery Antonuski, Anna Hinshaw, Audrey Peterson, Gabriella Kaiser, and Joy Chang. Now it looks like lane number 4, that Waukesha Express team, with a really strong leg by Avery Antonuski. She's pulling away. She's going to hand off to Aspen Huwell. Aspen ready to dive in, and there she goes. Right here in front, diving into anchor for the Scots, Alara Hurwitz. Lane 2, Gloria Kwong. Abigail Chan in 3. Lane 5 is Abigail Ulu. Lane 6, Grayson Andine. 7, Annika Kai. And 8, Alexia Brockman. And this is a very strong relay. Could score some points here. You know, the first 50 was 23.86 for Aspen Huwell and the Waukesha Express team. Coming down the stretch, nobody's going to catch them today. Aspen's going to get on the wall first. 3:25.38. Second place going to Reach, 3:26.71. And the bronze, 3:27.34 to the Aquajets in that heat. We have 2 more heats, so it's not really a bronze. I know, I'm aware of that. So in the second heat of women, we've got NASA Wildcats in 1. Sophia Freaks is going to be leading that one off. New Albany in 2. Leah, Nebraska. 3 is Lucy Rooney for Rise. Kate Lucian for Elmbrook is in lane number 4. 5 is Nova, A-team. Emery DeGuther. Nation's Capital has Emma Young on their B-team leadoff, lane 6. Lily Gormson, Long Island in 7. And Megan Bluthman. Megan's in lane 8 for Ole. She's leading off on the outside. As we said, the relay is always a big, exciting part of the night here. First 50 in lane number 2. Leah, Nebraska. She's out fastest. 23.99 on her feet. Very close, though. You got 5 and 6. That's Nova and NCAP. DeGuthner and Young. Over there in 7. Lily Gormson at the touch. It is New Albany's Leah, Nebraska, 50.57, but there's 4 teams under 51, so they're all right there. In the water now, lanes 1 through 8, Marin Shimkus, Caitlin Sallows, Claire Conklin, Caroline Wanasek, Lane Francis, Elizabeth Sistrom, Vivian Zangaro, and Caitlin Dunnefield. Still, New Albany Aquatic Club, lane 2, 24.27 was the fastest, was a split there that Caitlin threw down. Coming into the halfway mark. Nova takes over the lead. A great Lane Francis split. She comes home with a 26.18. They're 141.2, 141.6 is New Albany. Swimmers in the water right now, swimming third leg. Adeline Koenig-Song, Ava Dutton, Maeve Collins, Sophia Bruggerman, Madeline Bynum, Gabriel Hoyer, Samantha Anderson, and Aubriel Mackey. Lane number 2, lane number 5. Lane 5 is Nova. That's Madeline Bynum. 2 is Ava Dutton for New Albany. Over there in 7, that's Samantha Anderson. But it is lane 5 with that lead. Allison Bischoff in the pool for Nova in lane 5. The rest of the anchor legs, 1 through 8. Maeve O'Donnell, Alexa Briseno, Lilia Barber, Anya Bruggerman, Allison Bischoff, Caroline Kilty, Una Diaz, and Ellie Dameworth. And it is quite the race here in lane number 5. Allison Bischoff, she goes 24.21. In lane 3, 23.74 is the first 50 for Lila Barber. She's trying to make a mad move to see if she can catch these girls from Nova. It's going to be close, but at the touch, it is Nova just ahead of Rise to 3:23.10, 3:23.38. Some very good racing, and that's not even our fastest heat yet. Wow. So we have one more heat of this time final event. We said the record was 3:17.34. Heck of a swim by Elmbrook. Remember, 3:20, you're at 50 flat average. 49 flat average is 3:16. So they're between 49. They're under 49.5. Here are the people that are going to go after that record, though. Aquajets is going to lead off with Sigrid Nemo in 1. Verona has Peyton Flowers. Nation Capital, Sadie Buckley. Rebecca Rentz for Academy. Olivia Safarikova, NASA. Tessalina Stavropoulos, Academy B, Gabrielle Day, Rockville, and FMC has Ella Kelly. And all the leadoff swimmers are in. Clean, no issues there. That's good. Some big names here we've been calling out quite a bit. Rebecca Rentz, as big as any of them in the center of the pool for the Academy Bullets. Rebecca and the Bullet team, very dominant. She goes out first with a 23.68. Rebecca's going to be handing off to Avery Ludke. That's a heck of a team in there, Ludke, Boo, and Kowal. We've seen them win before. Coming in here, the rest of your second swimmers all getting in the pool. It's Claire Wilkie in 1, Cheyenne Burrows 2, Alyssa Sagel 3. 5 is Grace Koenigsong, Zuzana Krasniski in 6, Andrea Dworak in 7, and Camille Zinis in 8 for FMC. Another fast leadoff for the Bullets, 23.52. And that's Grace Koenigsong. I'm sorry, Zuzana. No, it is Avery Ludke. Grace Koenigsong for NASA is in 5. But lane 4 going in the water right now is Isabelle Beu. She's the third swimmer for the Bullets. The rest of the third swimmers, Annabelle Wenzel, Maisie Paradise, Gwyneth Frick, Zara Bolton, Haley Vleck, Maria Webb, Anna Pansing. We said the record was 3:17.34. So if you go, what would it be? 17.5 would be halfway, would be 49.5 average. That's moving. That's moving. These girls right here are moving. Isabel's going to hand off to Paige Kowal, who had enough to get it done for him last night in that 800. 26.14 on the end, 2:28.34. So she has to go 48.99 to beat the record. I don't know, that's asking a lot. 49.00 to tie it. And Paige is just the 15-year-old, maybe not as experienced as some of the other girls, like leading off with Rebecca Rentz, but they have a huge lead. She's out in 23.66. And look at the battle for second. Oh my gosh. You got Elise Block in 2, Samantha Reamer in 3, Tierney Lenahan in 4, Ivy Soltsankrian in 1. Then you got Brooke Corrigan, Anna Nishandi, and Sarah Palinkovic in the pool. But Paige Kowal is bringing this home, no doubt about it. 3:18.18. Outstanding swim. They just got the record last night. They just missed it tonight. But this is a powerful Academy Bullets girls team, well deserving of that gold medal. The rest of the results you see right there. And that's going to do it for the ladies' races today. But now we'll get into our boys. 3 heats of boys that are going to rock it. And first heat, we've actually, the first of the last remaining 3 heats will be going off in our final event, event 34. Swimming Minnetonka in lane 1, Benjamin Jabs. Lane 2 is Naval Academy, Lawson Kate. 3, Owen Gurin, Huntsville. 4, Alexander Gertner, Nova. 5 is Jason Ross, Machine Aquatics. 6, Henry Guo, Hinsdale. 7, Andrew Gundrum, Elmbrook. And Swim Streamline is Cole Abril out in lane number 8. Okay. That's heat 1. We got heat 2 still to go, and then heat 3. Fastest out, 21.50, swimming for Hinsdale. That's Henry Guo. Henry's going to Europe. He's going to be on that London team. As we kicked off the night, we have 14 guys have made it so far from 14 different teams. And touching first in this first heat, that is lane 6, Henry Guo for Hinsdale. 45.06, very close behind Machine Aquatics, 45.46. Second swimmers in the pool right now, William Finuccio Ticchio, Cole Haynes, Luke Bedsole, Cooper Dillman, Neil Worgan, David Chase, Logan Lopnow, and Luke Philpott. Good turn down there in lane 6. That's David Chase. And Hinsdale, lane number 3 still has the lead. Huntsville, Luke Bedsole. We've called that name out. Luke comes home in a 22.8. He's got a good 100 split there. Third swimmers in the water right now. Brix DeWitt, Arthur Eddy, Alexander Kulkarni, Matthew Wolfley, Jackson Steiner, Franklin Shell, Eric Hu, and Rand Desai. Lane number 3 still with the lead is Huntsville. That's Alexander. Good long underwater, but look right next to him, Matthew Wolfley. Matthew's also going to London. He's got just a wide variety of events that he does, and he's pulling away. Look at the rest of this heat. This is going to be some finish. Matthew, he hands off to Nathan Zabata, who's going to anchor Nova's team. He is also one of the best swimmers at this meet. The other anchor legs, Evan Whitty, Ryan Hamilton, Judd Lunsford, Jordan Vaughn, Brandon Soliga, Luke Thomas, and Mika Tennyson. But right now, 21.05 on his feet is the fastest first 50. Definitely right there out of our boy Nathan Zabata. Nova looking to take this first heat very strong. They definitely have a chance to score some good points here. And they're going to get in just over 3 minutes, 3:00.97. And that becomes our fastest time and what the rest of these teams will have to beat. Pretty good for the first heat of the evening. Now we need heat number 2. Heat number 2. We're going to have Waukesha Express in lane 1. Ryan Wanner's going to lead them off. Benjamin Leginski's going to have that duty for Ole swimming in 2. Suburban Seahawks stepping up Zachary Oswald. Maximus Getch for FMC in 4. Michael Zhu is in 5 for Nation's Capital B. Lucas Fernandez Geddes for NASA B in 6. Elliot Riznovian, Atlantis in lane 7. And for Rise, Daniel Burke in lane 8. 8 guys in the water. Now they're shooting for a 3:00.97 that the Nova boys posted. Pretty good mark. Lane number 4 is FMC's Maximum Getch. Maximum is certainly getting this thing out there, and he is one of the London team members, all-star team member, headed to London. He was 21.06 on his feet. He's going to touch first, and he's going to hand off to Matthew Ferguson. 43.96 for the leadoff. Matthew Ferguson looking like he's going to take this and keep it rolling. The other second swimmers, 1 through 8, Carter Jewell, Everett Ward, Timothy Hayes, Jack Fulham, Alexander Arsick, Evan Harris, and Yuri Plaxon. 21:40 for Matthews' first 50 in the center of the pool. Nobody faster, so they're not catching him yet. Coach Krodiak's team coming up next in lane 4 is Noah Palinkovic. Good start there. Way over in lane 8. What a great split for Yuri Plasin. He hands off to Casper Lee. Lane number 8, he came home in a 23-4. The rest of the third swimmers, starting with 1, are Brody Carlson, Ethan McKendry, Henry Asteen, Jackson Tischler, Noah Chen, Evan Tack. So you see out there in lane 8, that's Casper Lee. In the center of the pool, still with the lead, Noah Palinkovic. And the anchor legs are going to be coming up. Noah was out in a 21.69. Over there in 21.81 was lane. Oh, what a great start in Frank Adamo. I think that was perfect. He's in the water with the lead. It looked just when Rise was catching them. But the other swimmers anchoring include Trey Smith, William Blakely, James Brinsfield, Frank Adamo, we said, Matthew Jensen, Stuart Timmerman, Charlie McQueeston, and Kylie Richlick. First 50, 21:37 for FMC, and they're pulling away. Looks like they're going to post a time that this final heat's going to, here we come, 58, 59, 3:00:49. Now becomes the fastest time. Still nobody quite under that magic 3-minute mark. You got to average 44.99 to get under. These guys were right on it, right at it. So the second place team in that heat was actually going to, you still have your team from Heat 1 with the second fastest time, and that's Nova. But now we go into the final heat. The guys in the water, these are going to be the ones to determine the difference. The men's 400 relay, heat number 3. Lane 1, Academy Bullets is going to lead off with Braden Capon. 2, Mataus Ramel for New Wave. NASA, Rohan Babu in 3. Andrew Venus in 4 for NCAP. William Siegel for Long Island in 5. Griffin Oler, Rockville, Montgomery in 6. Lucas Bailey in 7 for St. Andrews. And Henry Webb for Aquajets in lane 8. Those are your leadoff swimmers. The record, 2:56.34. New Albany from 3 years ago. 3 years back. Anu Rees, McKerney, Swearigan, and Williams. It was a heck of a relay. Out fast, up at the top. That's Lucas Bailey, always known for that great start of his. In the center of the pool in lane 4 is Andrew Varnas. Look at lane 8 is Henry Webb. They're all right there. 21:31 for Varnas in lane 4. It's still very tight as they come off that 75 wall. Varnas, though, looking to pull away. And he's going to touch first. His time, 44:42. St. Andrews in second, 45:31 for Bailey. Handing off to Paul Poca-Tragul. Varnas handed off to Yaron Lee. The rest of the second swimmers, Evan Conti, Jackson Scheiber, Aiden Kaplan, Gavin Buckley, Quinn Marciani, and Giroux Zhu. It's still the center of the pool. Yaron Lee in 4. Paul Poca-Tragul up in 7. Down in 3. That's Aiden Kaplan making some good move. A lot done on this relay start. Lane 4, that's Tyler Phillips in the water now. Over there in 7, Carlos Flores right out of his 2 breasts, going third for the Scots. The rest of the third swimmers, Braden Nagel in 1, Andrew Cito 2, Ethan Chung 3, Sean Green in lane 5, Tyler Kopstick in 6, and Andrew Plouffe in lane 8. 20.99 for Tyler Phillips on his feet. And they're trying to catch him in lane 3. That's NASA Kaplan. And it's going to be wow. I'm going to tell you, it's such a crazy race. Look at the center of the pool. That's Joshua Howard. Remember, we said 2:56.34 was the record. The other anchor legs include Nathan Lindstrom, Aaron Davidson, Devin Bone, Reed O'Connell, Joshua Lopez, Will DeMocus Murphy, and Mika Davis. Oh, yeah. These guys are all coming in and coming at it, but it's going to be 2:57.08, so close, but not quite there. First place. Okay. Some very, very good swims. You'll see all the times there. So 3:00.06. Remember the first couple heats, we had 3:00.04 out of FMC. They'll fit in there. We had 3:00.97 out of Nova, so they're going to end up on the medal stand up there. And we'll see, how the rest of it shakes out. But that is a great night here in the books. Very, very powerful stuff. We're going to kick it off again. We have one more full day and full night. We'll be sticking around at the end of the night tomorrow to make sure you meet all of our London All-Star team for tonight. We are proud to add a few more. We're going to have 26 men and 26 women by this time tomorrow named to the team, so you don't want to miss the end of that. We'll do the team awards, and we'll kick the whole thing off around 5:15 with some relay awards, so the ones we just swam, and we'll announce the newest members of the London All-Star team. So, for all of our friends at Takeitlive, the great work that our colleagues do here, and of course all the NCSA Board of Directors and coaches here, this is Sid Cassidy signing off. We'll see you tomorrow.